What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of my Ultimate General Civil War strategy guide. And I wanted to kind of show you my setup for first bull run here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of my infantry units and I'm going to take them up to around the 1,200 man mark. And the reason being is, you know, to prevent scaling. And you don't want their armies to be too big, because this is all you get is these 4 units right here. That's all you're allowed to even take into the battle. So keeping them relatively small doesn't allow them to get those massive 3,000 man units and they come crushing in on you. That also means that your reinforcement units are not as big either, but still you can make it work. And I'm going to pump up my supplies. So that's how I'm kind of running this. And now I'm going to go double speed here on this. So my setup for this basically is I'm going to hide behind the ridge and break out skirmishers. I'm going to put one set of skirmishers into the fortifications at the bridge. And I'm going to take one set over there. My other set of army is going to sit in those woods where that river crossing is. And hope to God that one of them try this. And that's now that brigade there is running. You can see I named it the 1st Mississippi, and I have my 2nd Mississippi. They're running the Mississippi 1841 guns. The other SIL is still running the 1842s, the Springfields. And I like to name my units based on what they have. And then, see, here's what I'm going to do. As soon as these assholes try to charge across the bridge, I'm going to rush my units up. I keep them in run for this. And we're just going to lay into him until he routs. And then we're going to pull back. And I can see he was taking some shots. So I want to pull him back across the ridge. And hopefully get him out of vision. I don't think I got him out. And he still takes some hits. But Sil over there doesn't seem to be taking that many casualties. My artillery is just up on the hill. Yeah, we just completely destroyed that guy. The 3rd New York or 2nd New York there is going to try to come in, and we're just going to put a little hit on him, back him out, and let the skirmishers, because they can take a punch. And you know, I hear him charge, and I'm like, crap, now I got to run in and do it again, which does cost me some troops. But if they're dumb enough to try and cross that river, I'm going to eat them alive, and your skirmishers will break, and which is fine. And you kind of, the whole point of them breaking here is that I hope that it encourages them to charge. And this guy, I've just got him in a crossfire. He doesn't know what to do. The cannons are opening up on him. Alright, so you get your first wave of reinforcements. Now, I just ignore the farm. Alright, so I'm going to take these guys and I'm going to send them over there. The cannons going over that way. Their infantry is going to come over that way also. He's trying to make another cross. His cavalry's trying to make a cross. We're just going to eat him alive up there. This guy's not going to cross that bridge. I want all this infantry starting to head this way. I'm going to back my guys out again. And this is just kind of the strategy I'm going to run for quite some time. And I'm looking at the stats, you know, to see what the kills are and this, that, and the other. And like I said before, that's why I like the recon stat early. Because I know what I'm up against. I know what kind of damage is getting done to me. You know, and what's getting done to them. So I'm sending B over there. Bardo, he's going to sit right there. Hampton will be in just a minute. And I'm going to put him over to the side also. This cavalry is just, boy, they're trying. Once again, those guys broke, which is fine. Hampton's legion's coming in. They're fixing to put in some work for me. Get my skirmishers back up there. They're trying to mass charge here. But I'm going to send B onto the fortifications to let him just get eat up. Because he's not, once again, this comes back to, well, he's not your guy. Let's see, if I had sent them troops over there, it's kind of useless because the Union has such a high amount of troops coming in from the west, the northwest, that there's no way you can defend it with the measly 3 brigades that you're going to get. So, why even try? Sending another group of skirmishers over here. I'm going to try to kind of get around behind them and take out some of their artillery that way. But now I see that Ray's is coming, or Keys is coming in. Sherman won't be far behind him, and Sherman will bring extra artillery. But I was going to try to get over there and snipe Keys a little bit, see if I can just piss him off enough to try and make that river crossing, but he wouldn't do it. So we're going to kind of make our stand here on this hill in the end. So we got B up there taking the brunt. Once again, like I keep saying, if it's not your troops, let them get beat. So I did kind of get Keys to chase me, but I don't think he maintains enough pursuit to get shot at. And that's the major problem, is he kind of just chills in that water there and doesn't do any good. So I'm going to let you guys just watch, and if something happens, I'll talk about it. But there's not much going on. I'm just going to hold up these positions on this side of the river, in that little V right there, because I know the Union's coming, but they're not coming until Matthews Hill becomes uncontested. So you got 24 minutes or so until then. Now, I don't know how those guys got across the river, but they did. And they're going to cause you problems when that happens. Because the first thing they're going to do... Oh, that's a cannon. I don't know how an artillery unit got across. But that's fine. We can wear on him. And Sherman's artillery is going to try to cross also. That's a mistake for them, though. So I'm going to send those skirmishers to just deal with those guys. As long as they're on the run, it's not much of an issue. If they stop, then that's when they're going to cause some problems. So just charge into them and hope that we can do enough damage to break them. But I think he's already moved his other artillery up. And so that's why my guys were getting beat on there a little bit. So now Sherman's down there with his massive 2,000-man brigade. This cavalry is going to get through. Somehow they just... Cavalry is the most broken element of this game. It always will be. Because they'll do whatever they want, and there's nothing you can do about it, it seems like. So the battlefield's opened up. I got General Jackson's men coming in, and we're just going to hold them where they're crossing that river. We can put fire on. That's the whole goal. I'm going to keep holding this bridge at all costs. Now, I'm starting to take some losses on one of my brigades. So I kind of moved them out a little bit, and I'm not using the Mississippi Brigade as much because they were taking too many losses. These guys are just going to chill in the woods, though. And you set your skirmishers up, and you want to hold your artillery. That's the key. When there's cavalry running around in the background, put your artillery on hold, or else they'll keep turning towards what they think is the greatest threat to them at that time. Which, yeah, cavalry is a great threat, but I want them shooting at those troops across the river. So I'm going to send one of Jackson's brigades over there to help me kind of back up what's going on. See, that artillery makes a mistake of trying to cross the river. He's getting some shot into it. So I've got Jackson Brigade, and they kind of snuck up on me here a little bit. And shot across the river, which is fine. I got enough brigades that I can cause them some damage. I don't have enough troops. And this is kind of more what happened in line with reality right here. Is, you know, Beauregard's troops got pushed back. Jackson came charging up with his men, you know, and just routed the Union forces. And it wasn't as one-sided as far as troop amounts as it is in this game. The Union obviously had more men, but not to this amount. I mean, right now it's probably an ungodly number against me. So I'm just trying to go back and forth and keep making sure that my troops are in good standing. So now I'm going to pull away from that and just let the skirmishers handle that. I got Jeb Stewart running around. We'll let him handle the cavalry and the guns that are out there. And now that I've got one of these brigades broken, now I can focus fire and make sure that they don't They're trying to cross. He's getting canister shot into him. 2nd Ohio or whatever that is, they're dead. Those guys are hurting. So you want the more brigades firing on one brigade than you can get, and that's kind of the key to this. Is he's going to try to flank me, but I've got 3 firing on each of these other 2. See, he's routing. Now I can make sure the other one doesn't get flanked. He's turning. And if they get too low, these Jackson brigades, now notice that guy's trying to charge across the water, so we'll keep, we'll turn somebody there. But I got the Mississippi, one of my Mississippi brigades coming in as reinforcements to guard on that far right of the island. This unit here, the 4th Virginia, they're going to take some casualties. Once again, not your troops. Keep hopping your artillery forward, get an explosive shot range. That's kind of the way I like to keep them instead of in solid shot. So Stewart, do your job. That other cavalry just kind of run around in the background. Got one group of skirmishers kind of hold. And all you have to do is hold until your next group of reinforcements arrive. Once they arrive, oh, it's all over for the crying. Because then you can really come along and flank on his far right and just roll him up. And that's the key. He does kind of get into the woods a little bit with me, but still. Let those skirmishers just pick away at him. And I'm going to keep my brigades out of the fight as much as possible. And I'm going to use, especially in these early battles, because the more men you have to expand us, the more it costs you. And I'm going for a cost-effective. I don't know. Oh, that aggravates me so much. So I'm pulling back a little bit because I'm getting shot. So I'm going to kind of reposition. Try not to get flanked here. Oh, that Virginia unit's just getting eat up. So I tried to reposition a little bit so I wasn't getting shot completely from all directions. And that cavalry is just eating me alive there. And there I was debating whether I wanted to send my my own troops up even farther, take a hit on them. B is not doing so good right now. We'll break off some of his skirmishers, so guard the rear now. Send my other ones up because there's too much cavalry running around. And here I am just making sure that we're keeping fire, multiple units firing on one unit. And that's the whole goal of this thing. Multiple units firing on one unit. And they will rout every time. See, now I can come up with this guy and get... Now he ended up not breaking. Like, he broke, but then he gathered his composure pretty quick there, which kind of put a damper on my plans where I couldn't get the flank I wanted. And finally, that artillery's gone. Jesus. Damn artillery around this place. Counterattack. Alright, so you got some massive brigades coming in finally, where you can actually handle yourself. I do believe one of them's going to squeak by me on that left flank, or on that bridge, and just send these guys up. Let's get them loaded up, because he's just got way too many units, and he's trying to come after my cavalry. He's getting mad, but I want to push him back across this river, because Jackson's poor men, they're standing like a stone wall, but it ain't looking pretty. And I don't know why it always sends that one to the far left there. B's taking a lot of beating there. Probably shouldn't have broken off my 2nd Mississippi Brigade just yet. I think this is the one that sneaks by me. Which, it's like I said, it's no big deal. Now we've got these guys beat pretty good. I try to send some skirmishers up to help, because they're not doing as much anyway. B breaks. So I've got to hold that line. Yeah. And they get on top of each other. That's the worst. And I did run those guys up. And now I'm kind of pulling back the weaker of the divisions. And I'm going to combine 2 of Jackson's into one bigger one, because both of them are kind of small. Just gotta keep them off of this. Keep them on that side of the river, man. That's the key. And if you can, you want to send... Now, if I didn't have that artillery up top that was causing these skirmishers trouble, I would have sent skirmishers around the back. A long time ago. And see, now it's just time to roll them up and get positioned. And I noticed that there's some skirmishers trying to cause me some issues over there on that left flank too. So he was trying to do it too, but he's not as smart as I am though. Send Stewart back in. We got this. This is a victory at this point. They're not gonna come across my line. No way in hell. I've got them in the water. They're as good as dead. That unit sneaks up on me. He's charging me, but that's okay. Like I said, it's not at this point. They're as good as dead. One of those artillery units is done. The other one's fixing to be done. He does pull a neat move here in just a minute that I kind of catch him in. I didn't even realize he did it until I sent Stewart around. He's going to send Keyes and Sherman. There's another crossing right below that. Yeah, right in there where the rivers cross. And he can get across there. You go around the back one. This is good. These skirmishers are having a little battle. My skirmishers aren't doing good because he's got the high ground. I'm shooting uphill. I'm trying to get them into the cover, but their morale's not very good. So, and these guys, once again, not my units. Screw them. I mean, really screw them. So now I can usually, here's where I enact my other plan, just destroy their artillery. Get them off of B and off of Sill. Just mess with them. Just enough to mess with them. That's all that matters. Send Stewart over there. I'm in the woods. They're in the water. It's not, you know, let's just move up. Let's just pound on them a little bit. Run their artillery off. Using everybody's units but mine. I do send mine over just to get some kills, to get some experience points and stuff like that when I know it's safe. Now later on, obviously, they're all your units, so it doesn't matter. But in these first battles, up until past Shiloh, it matters. You know, once you get past Shiloh, it's all your units anyways for all the battles. So then you got to play a little more conservative with your troops. Doesn't matter what you do to, you know. We're getting him surrounded. He's trying to flank me. These stupid skirmishers back here are a pain in the butt. He's got more units he's trying to send in. These guys are as good as dead, though. They're on that little peninsula, if you want to call it that. And it's all over the Brian. See, now I notice he's not coming at that bridge anymore. I'm like, all right, what's he doing? All right, so that little trick there that I just did, we're gonna just surround the victory point there, and you know, make sure that he's not coming from the backside, or you know, that he doesn't have a unit sneaking around. We're gonna keep some guys right there at the bridge, and then we got this fight over here. We're just gonna make sure we get enough units to do the whole thing. That unit's gone from the field of battle. Might as well destroy their supplies. I wasn't gonna capture them. Why not? So yeah, I lost lost General Stewart and his cavalry, or Colonel Stewart, whatever he is at that point, because I didn't know that Sherman and Keyes were sitting there trying to cross the river. But that's okay, because I do get him into a crossfire, and it's all over. These guys are as good as dead. That's the end of the battle, and you can see my outcome here. We lost, what, 2,900 men. They lost 11,000 men. I think that's a fair trade. So, thanks for watching, and catch you guys on the next one.